Okay guys, today we're going to be jumping into Extreme Super AGL Extreme Super Battle Road. Is going to be a test to see if Paikuhan can handle this event, and for anyone that's struggling in this event to beat it, we're going to be diving in, and potentially you could use this team build to beat it. This is not going to be a no items run or anything like that. It's just going to be pretty much a basic team build to help anyone that has not beat this stage yet, to give anyone some ideas of how I beat it. I struggled a lot with beating this stage. It took me maybe well over a month with different team builds to beat this stage. It didn't happen for me until I got Super Saiyan Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku, who seals enemies' attack. So I just wanted to see if it was possible with Paikuhan to beat this stage. And I'll go through my team build a little bit later towards the end of the video. But I used characters that potentially, like, if you've summoned a decent amount or summoned like on the big anniversaries, these are units that you probably have and have pulled. So I tried to stay away from big units like that's LR Super Saiyan Goku that probably a lot of people don't have, and he definitely makes this run a lot easier, so I didn't want to include him. The two main LRs I used were Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan Gohan, AGL Gohan, to try to beat this. Those are going to be the two main hitters. So without further ado, let's jump into this stage and see how we do. Okay, so first rotation I have Skinny Boo, Paikuhan, and Super Saiyan Vegito. The Paikuhan and Skinny Boo they work fairly well together, with one has a potential to, or a chance to, stun, and Paikuhan, if he gets a rainbow orb and 3 the same type orbs, can dodge and seal the enemy super attack, which is very helpful in this stage. Right here I'm kind of trying to decide whether I want to stick Paikuhan in the first slot or Skinny Boo in the first slot, given that Skinny Boo has a chance to dodge and stun, which could potentially help. Paikuhan does have a chance to dodge, however if he gets hit, he could be getting hit for about 100k on normals. Given if it's the same person or same unit that's attacking him, that he had lowered his attack. So right here we're going to be able to get the same type of orbs. I think it's better to seal Vegeta, considering he attacks the most in this stage. And then Super Vegito, as long as he doesn't get supered, can be very helpful in this stage, considering he can crit, and counter. But if he gets supered, then it's pretty much game over. So Skinny Boo was able to dodge. Right here we have Paikuhan. No supers in the first slot, which is good. He seals Vegeta. And then we have Vegito. I basically brought Vegito here just because he can tank very well if he's not getting supered, and with the counter attacks he can deal a little bit of damage that's needed. As you can see, Vegeta is almost dead, and well, halfway dead, and has and his super attack is sealed. So I was relying in this rotation of AGL Gohan. He's going to be doing the most of the damage. Those two Gohans and the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I brought Bardock along. He probably is one of the units, looking back now, that I probably could have replaced with a different unit. He doesn't really link up too well, and he becomes an issue on the Super AGL team that he could have been a liability. So right now I'm going to activate a Whis, given the fact that, well, all of them are pretty much going to attack in the first slot. So, and no one's sealed at this point. I know Vegeta's attack's lowered, so he's getting hit for 22k, so it's not terrible. So got a crit and kills Gohan. Now it's not going to be do as bad, 134k, because Gohan was able to super before getting hit with Nappa's super, which raises his defense. And so now this rotation, we're going to stick probably Skinny Boo up front. And if you guys can't tell, I'm recording this, or I record this gameplay. I did do a few runs. This was probably a handful of runs in, just because sometimes you're going to go into Extreme Super Battle Road and get supered right up front, and it doesn't matter what you do, you're just going to end up getting killed. That's how Extreme Super Battle Road works, as many of you know. And if you have bad RNG, you're just going to get crushed if you're not dodging. So right here, I think I'm thinking of who I want to stick up front, and then I ultimately decide to stick Paikuhan, because he does have a high chance of dodging. And Skinny Boo, let's see if we can seal or stun Nappa, and then get these orbs with Goku to try to finish him off. So, I mean, getting hit for 47k on Extreme Super Battle Road isn't bad at all, especially since now he's sealed Raditz. So I think we're just going to hope that he stuns Nappa, and he doesn't stun Nappa. I remember going through this run that Skinny Boo didn't stun as much as I would have liked. I know he does have a few key dodges throughout this run, which was very helpful. But Skinny Boo can be very, very good on these on Extreme Super Battle Road, given the fact that he can stun and dodge, and can get you out of a jam sometimes, or he can get hit with 2 supers in a row and doesn't dodge, and this kills your run. But let's see. So I'm taking a chance of sticking Vegeta up front, just because if he gets supered, then it's going to hit for a lot. I don't believe we have a Whis active anymore. And get all of the AGL orbs for some of the healing. Let's see. So AK not bad. And then AGL Gohan. AGL Gohan ends up throughout this Extreme Super Battle Road just finishing off enemies right and left. He was probably the reason why we were able to get through Extreme Super Battle Road and actually kill off some of the enemies kind of quick. This turn is kind of dragging on. Very rarely you actually see turn 5 on Extreme Super Battle Road, but I think with Bardock not being able to super as many times, it definitely extended this run a little bit longer. So sticking Paikuhan up front, especially in this kind of turn where the Raditz is not going to super, well, not going to be able to super you, is beneficial. So in turns like this where they're not going to attack first, Paikuhan can really shine, just because he'll make sure that you're not going to get first turn supered and then kill your run. Okay, on to the next set. Captain Jinyu and the Jinyu squad. Okay, and the other great thing about AGL Vegeta is you'll be able to see if you're getting supered once your HP, I believe, drops below 30%. So this first rotation we're not getting supered at all. It's a lot of attacks, but we're not getting supered. So that also did help, though you're not going to eat 3 or 4 supers turn 1 in this stage. If we did, we probably could have activated items and been okay. My strategy for pretty much all the extreme super battle roads, is to use, I know this is sound very redundant, but use the least amount of items possible on the first stage, because then I would go into the second stage and the third stage and the fourth stage with more items. And so on my last stage, I could maybe have 4 items that I could kind of splurge and cover myself and be a little bit more cautious than I normally would if I used 2 items in the first stage. So in the first stage we only used the 1 Whis. So I always try to go into Extreme Super Battle Road, especially if you're struggling, to try to use as least amount of items up front and save them towards the back, because that's when they're going to hit harder and you have a more chance, I believe, of dying, because just the way I think they super attack way more in the last stage than they do in the beginning stages. Although when you get the Captain Junior Force, there have been times where Jason Birder and Captain Junior will super like right up front. So let's see. So now we have the Paikuhan rotation with Skinny Boo and Bardock. Again, you'll see where Bardock's key is. It's not the best. So he definitely is a unit that you could replace. And I will go through some substitutions I think could have been more beneficial than Bardock. Bringing him along because he stacked his defense, I figured was a good play, just because he doesn't like a stacking unit in Extreme Super Battle Road. Okay. So I chose to stick Skinny Boo up front first because I was hoping we could stun Jace towards the back end, and so hopefully he would not see a super Raccoon. So I activated Princess Snake, just because if the RG is not in our favor and we're getting hit with that many attacks, we could potentially die. Like Birder now supering right up front. If I didn't activate that Princess Snake right then and there, I think we probably would have died. And Skinny Boo did not stun once again. He is a great unit. I like using him, but it's just that low chance of stunning just is so inconsistent. But there are times when he'll dodge and you're not expecting him to and save your run. Yeah, that hurt. Yep. So we're in a little bit of trouble here, but good thing about that Super AGL Vegeta, I know I keep saying it, but you know when they're going to attack and when they're going to super attack, which I think that's probably one of the best skills in the game. Him and STR Vegito, that knowing when enemies are going to super attack, and actually Physical Piccolo is such a great ability. Like in these stages, it's unparalleled. I would have that ability of knowing when enemies are going to super attack over probably any other ability. Granted, if it was like guaranteed like crit and stun and seal, obviously that's going to be better, but for what AGL Vegito is and his downfalls, that is definitely one of the better abilities to have. So hopefully AGL Gohan can knock out Raccoon here. And he does. And double suit up, just a normal. And this is where Super Saiyan 4 Goku really shines. Now Super Saiyan 4 Goku, unless he's supered about 2 or 3, maybe even 4 times, he can get slapped around in Extreme Super Battle Road. He just takes way too much damage from super attacks. He does have that chance to counter, but in running him, it happens so infrequent that it 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get killed with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Mine's at 55%, so he definitely takes every bit of damage. The one benefit is when you get to turn 4 and you get his active skill, and he can just come in and knock down an enemy if they have a little bit of health for free. And a lot of times you can use that to your advantage, where if you've had one enemy use his active skill, you don't even have to bother with using an item or your health, and just not worry about getting super in the first turn and just knock him out. Okay, Paikuhan. Seals. Doesn't dodge, but prevent us from getting supered. And this was probably the biggest risk of the Extreme Super Battle Road. 3,000 HP left. And he's supering Gohan. Now, I think I am pondering whether or not I should use an item, or whether Super Vegeta is going to be able to tank less than 3,000 HP. I know Paikuhan lowered Jace's attack, so I remember thinking to myself, man, I got real lucky, because if he would have supered me right in the front, we would have to use another item, and it would just put us in a bad position going into the next couple of stages. So this stage, we're getting close to a Dokkan attack. What I've learned, I guess, through going Extreme Super Battle Road, is if you're going into the 3rd stage and the 4th stage has 2 enemies, it's better to use your Dokkan attack with the stage that has more enemies in, because if you go into that stage and use your Dokkan attack in the 4th stage where there's only 2 of them, it's not going to do you any good. This stage where there's more enemies in the 3rd stage and the 4th stage, you can knock out the Cooler Squad pretty much right away, and it's going to save you a bunch going into the 4th stage, because it'll heal you and it'll cut down the amount of damage you're going to take in a stage like this, where they love just all these units supering you right away and just almost trying to make you sure that you're not going to go into the 4th stage in a good position. So I got very lucky in this stage, and a lot of this is RNG, where I didn't get my Dokkan attack off, considering the fact that I didn't want to stick Gohan up front, because he wouldn't have done great to get super attack just now, because luckily Skinny Boo dodged, and Skinny Boo wouldn't have hit that hard, and Paikuhan wouldn't have hit that hard if they got that Dokkan attack. So I know I could have stuck Paikuhan in the first slot and he had a higher chance of dodge, but I was trying to get the stun just so to try to limit the amount of RNG, because if you seal Cooler, he still is going to hit you for normals, and he still can hit you pretty hard on normal attacks. So we're lucky in getting the stun on Cooler, and now we're going to be able to get the Dokkan attack off with Gohan, which pretty much should wipe the board. Now, let's see. Let's get this orb with Goku. Let's see how we do. So let's get this Dokkan attack off. Oh man, I hit that. Should have got all of them. Alright, let's see how much damage this does. 2.4. It should pretty much take down all their health out. Okay, let's see who's left. Ah, we only took out one of them. Oh, but we got double super. Okay. There we go. Took out Cooler. Now Super Vegeta is going to super. So him and Goku should finish it off. Okay. So we were able to get through the stage without getting touched, which is pretty good. And we got the heal, which I don't really know if we needed it at that early on, but we were able to get out of there without really being touched, which is good. Okay. Now we have Boo and Bobbity. And it looks like I'm not going to be able to get 3 of the same type of orbs up front with Paikuhan. The question is whether Skinny Boo is going to be able to dodge enough or stun. Yeah, medium chance of stunning. So, I believe medium chance is what, 30%? So, now I'm checking to see what he'll do. Yeah, high chance of evading. So I think it's better to stick Paikuhan in the first slot and get those rainbow orbs, even though we're not going to get that buff to superclass allies, that he'll have a better chance of at least sealing and a higher chance of dodging than Skinny Boo would in the first slot. Plus, as long as we don't get supered right away, I think we should be okay. And I activated Whis just in case they're going to super in the back end, or Bobby's going to super in the back end. There we go. So this is where Paikuhan can really shine and help you out, is when he's in that first slot dodging. And that time he dodged all those attacks. So he keeps dodging. See, Whis active 30k, which isn't bad. Hopefully Boo can get the stun off. Nope. Up, double super. If you're building your Skinny Boo, it's probably better to give him additionals. I know Crit can help him a lot, but additionals, just in case he doesn't stun, he'll have that second chance. Even though both supers he didn't stun, so maybe it's not so much beneficial as you think it is. Okay. So Boo is debuffed. His attack is lowered. There's no debuff on Bobbity. It's activating Icarus here, just in case they super Gohan in the first slot. Okay, let's see. Get that. I think it'd probably be better to knock off Bobbity, just because Boo does have more HP, but no, he's supering right away. 40k, that's pretty good from a Extreme Super Battle Road super. Bobby does have less HP, so if you can knock him off and then use Paikuhan to start sealing Boo, we'll be in a pretty good position to clinch the run. So Boo is not doing any damage to Super Vegeta. Alright, let's see. Those counters, they just keep chipping away at their health. Alright, maybe we can get a crit here and knock off. Nope, alright. Okay. 22k, not bad at all. Paikuhan lowering that attack helps tremendously in Extreme Super Battle Road, because just like you saw where Gohan can super and raise his defense, and then when Boo's attack's lowered, he's not going to be able to do any real damage. I think we still had the Icarus, so that definitely did help minimize the damage. But that's what I was saying in the beginning, if you wait and hold off using items so you have an Icarus or a Whis or a Princess Snake towards the back end and use them, it'll definitely allow you to stay in these fights longer and keep chipping away at their health. Pikkon up front to try to get some dodging going. And hopefully, if that doesn't work, Boo will be able to stun. Excuse me. Yeah, Skinny Boo will stun Fat Boo. And hopefully Goku can finish off Babidi. Alright, 1.3. I mean, Pikon's not doing crazy amount of damage, like 700k. He's not really doing that much damage. You're not going to bring him on here to come and wreck these units. That's why you're going to bring Gohan, the two Gohans, and the Goku to actually do the damage. Pikon's definitely on here to decrease the amount of attacks you're going to get, amount of supers, and for the utility of dodging. And hopefully you'll have good RNG and you'll be able to keep dodging and not getting hit with supers or attacks to keep your health up, and you're not going to be able to get slapped around by some of these super attacks. Alright, let's see. We just gotta worry about Boo now. But Pikkon did super attack Boo twice, so his attack should be fairly lowered. So his attack shouldn't do too much damage against Gohan. We just have to worry about a super attack on Super Vegito. And probably Bardock. And I'm wondering if we should use a snake. Yeah. I think it's probably safer to use a snake here, just because in case we get supered, we probably can knock off a decent amount of HP with Gohan attacking. Okay, not terrible. Alright, he's probably about halfway done. Alright, Super Vegito. 288k. Alright, let's see what it's gonna do. 40k on normals with a Princess Snake active. Alright. We'll be able to get Pikon's full passive with this. So Super Skinny Boost is going to super without any orbs. And let's get all the AGL orbs for his Gohan's 18 key. And this should be able to knock down a chunk of health. And it helps that Fat Boo is not supering at all in the first slot. So now we know that he's not going to be able to super at all this rotation. 22k. Not terrible. And he's stunned. So now he's not attacking at all. And this pretty much will clinch the run for us. He's sealed and he's stunned, and he'll be stunned for next turn. So, as you can see, we will be getting Super Saiyan 4 Goku's active skill off, as well as Gohan's, and we don't have to worry about any of these attacks because Fat Boo is now stunned. Alright. And we beat it. So, like I said, guys, Pikkon, if you're wondering if he can help you in these stages, he definitely can. And you saw it. Pikkon would dodge, he would seal. He dodged some of the super attacks. He dodged in that one stage. He dodged a lot of the first attacks that were not necessarily supers, but just the normal attacks. And I think he dodged 1 or 2 supers. So he definitely can help if you did maybe like the first round of rotations and end up pulling them, or someone who light spends on the game and bought some tickets and you're fortunate enough to pull them even at 55% and you're struggling to beat this stage. He definitely can help you. You could use a similar team build I used, and now I'll go through my team, and I don't think one unit on my team was 100%. So if you happen not to have like a fully stacked team or fully rainbow team, you still can beat this. And we'll go through my team. So first we're going to go through Gohan. We're going to go and start with Gohan. Gohan is 70%. I have equips. He's fully equipped with level 5 attack, crit, and an additional. I did bring him up to level 10 links as well. Bardock, only have one dupe of him, 69%. Again, he's not full level 10 links. Again, he's one of the units you probably could switch out with another unit. But yeah, so here I'm showing you Gohan's level 10 links. I think him and Goku are the only ones I maxed out. Vegito, 55%, not full level 10 links. Paikuhan, 55%. All level 1s, no equips, I don't think. Goku, again, I'm probably one of the few people that's only pulled Super Saiyan 4 Goku one time. And equips from what I got from that event that gave you Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, the Gogeta special event that gave you equips for that category. And Goku level 10 links all across the board. Skinny Boo is 9%. He is the highest percentage unlocked in this whole team, but again, minimal equips, and I used him for his dodging. Now, some other units you could probably replace Bardock with. I didn't want to bring, as you can see, I have the Super Saiyan Goku, LR Super Saiyan Goku. I didn't want to bring him just because I know maybe people don't have him on a team or have him in your box and didn't pull him. I got up to 500 yellow coins and ended up buying him with coins because, like I said earlier, like I couldn't beat this stage without using Super Saiyan Goku. This is before Paikuhan. So I didn't want to bring him because I felt like that would have been a little too OP to use both of them to seal and lower enemies' attack and debuff the whole rotation. If you have Super Saiyan Goku, and you probably were able to beat this stage already, if not, using those two together, Paikuhan and Super Saiyan Goku, you should definitely be able, barring bad RNG, which is always a factor, you should be able to get through that run pretty easily. I don't want to say it's going to be too easy because Extreme Super Battle Road, anything can happen, but pretty easily. Now, just going through this, let's see, I think we can use Whis, Nail. He's definitely a good linking partner with Pikkon. No, not him. Definitely misclicked. Tapion, he's good in terms of he'll be able to he has his damage reduction, and so if you stick like a Whis or Icarus on him and stick him in the first slot, he definitely will be able to tank more so of the super attacks. I know if you use one of those two items and then he takes the super attacks, he's not going to take that much damage. So he's always a good unit to try to bring on. Yeah, mine's 100%. But I know a lot of people may have pulled Tapion, considering he's been around for a while. Let's see, who else? Whis, after his awakening, his chance to stun and his passive skill once he's below 30% he'll recover your HP and have good high chance to dodge. So he's definitely a good character to bring on this event as well. If you're struggling, I don't know if there's. anyone else? That the Super Saiyan 2 Goku could be good in terms of being able to heal. He can get smacked around if you get supered with him, but you're gonna have to try to protect him when he's on rotation. But he's a good unit. Well, he'll be creating AGL orbs, and if he gets a large amount of orbs, he could definitely heal your rotation quite a bit. But you just gotta watch out, because if you get supered, then you might be in trouble. Well, I think that's it, guys, and please let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed today's video. And if you're new to my channel, I'm fairly new to YouTube Dokkan. Just if you would please like and subscribe this video and let me know what kind of content you guys would like to see. How can I improve, just because I'm starting out, and I want to make more videos that you guys will like and enjoy watching, and how can I change and what I did bad, what I did good. Any constructive feedback would be greatly appreciated. And again, like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time.